yn darn y gêm gan iesgyr i'r BBC Alaba agus yn darn y gêm ac efo bwy fawr i'r Thistle yn SWPL i'r season se. A Glasgow City, cwrffaltiad Partick Thistle. Falter y sio gw Peters Hill, mae'r hwrs mi Glasgow City ag ydau yn ei Partick Thistle ac y dasgip iolwch gylior i fi cleichio sio. Che a ha iolwch gylior i fi cleichio sio gydioch si Cheryl McCulloch. Cheryl, welcome. We're at Peters Hill. Lovely day for a game.
Thank you.
It's going to be tight at the top.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting game to watch, hopefully exciting game. Glasgow City obviously wanting to go and get the 3 points to get them back to the top of the table, and Partick Thistle will be looking just to compete and make it difficult for Glasgow City today.
Now you mentioned going back to the top of the table. We can see here the way things have gone in the other games so far. Glasgow City have slipped down to third.
Yeah, it's obviously a difficult game on Thursday night against Celtic at Celtic Park. Big pitch, it would have been really draining for them. But I'm sure they'll be dusting themselves down. Leanne Ross will be having words with them prior to the game, and I'm sure they'll be up for the game and trying to get 3 points today.
How important will it be for the Partick Thistle side of things? They've also had the 3 games in the 7 days, but they've had an extra day's rest.
Yeah, the extra day will obviously be crucial to get some recovery in the legs, but there's no doubt that it's been a gruelling fixture list for both teams and the rest of the league. But Partick Thistle, they've got a good team spirit. They'll be looking to just work together and hopefully go and disrupt Glasgow City today and try and get something out of the game. So
then I'll put you on the spot. I think I know who you might say. But where do you think the points are going to go today?
Of course, I want obviously Partick Thistle. I play for them. They're my club, so I want them to go and get the points today. I think it'll be extremely difficult for them. I think Glasgow City will come out all guns blazing. Leanne Ross will have them raring to go, so I think it'll be a difficult one today. But yeah, I think hopefully Partick Thistle will take something from the game. Well,
hi sy'n Jay Hachris as a game a ha sio. Clinching y drasfon y da manager y dosioch, Leanne Ross. A disappointing result during the week. What have you had to do to lift the players after that?
I don't really need to do anything to lift the players. I think they do that themselves. They've stuck together right throughout this season, and I can only commend them for that. So they're fully focused coming into the game today. But as you say, it was a disappointing result on Thursday night.
I suppose for yourself, the main thing will be it's still in your own hands.
Yeah, that's what we've said all along in terms of going for the league title. Whilst it's still in our hands, we just need to focus on ourselves. So that's exactly what we've been doing. We'll go into today's game, just looking for that 3 points that takes us into a crucial game next week.
Now, obviously, it's been a big week, 3 matches in 7 days. How much of an impact has that had on the squad?
Huge, actually. The games since the split that have come thick and fast, and they're all tough games now. So to play them Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, or Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, it takes its toll on the players. So again, I can only thank them for the efforts that they've put in and the work that they've put in to recover between the games and be ready and fully fit for the next one.
And what sort of challenge do you expect from Partick Thistle today?
I think they've had a really good season, Partick Thistle. I always say that when we play them, it's a difficult game because their team spirit is excellent. They work really hard for each other from the first to the last whistle, and I think they'll be no different today. They'll be determined to obviously finish off their season on a high as well. So it'll be a tough one for us, but we just need to be focused and go in and try and get those 3 points.
Okay then, Brian, first of all, it's been a busy but also an emotional week for everyone at Partick Thistle.
Yes, listen, it's been hectic, but the girls are ready. Spoke to them there and they're all ready to go come kick off, as I said the other night, so it's one we're looking forward to. There's a lot of pressure on Glasgow City. It's one we want to go and enjoy and try and get 3 points.
Now, you've got Rachel Donaldson back today. I know you were looking to have her back through the week. Just what will she bring?
Listen, she's direct, she's quick, so she gives us that threat in behind, so we're delighted to have her back.
It has been, as you said, a difficult week, a punishing week for you guys with the top 3 teams. What have you had to do to lift the players for each game?
Listen, we've got a great bunch in there. We don't really need to do a lot to get them up for it. They were so close against Celtic. They just looked really tired against Rangers, but we've refreshed, we've regrouped. And I think City should be the more tired side. They obviously played in the Thursday night against Celtic at Parkhead, so it's one we want to go and start the game quick and get after them.
And what do you think's the difference between the likes of the Celtic result not going your way and potentially today going your way?
Listen, we were so close and it was big moments in games. We had the chance to go 2-1 in front, and we just spoke to them. When the big moments come today, we need to make sure we take them.
Brian Graham ha son sgydor skipper Eggers in na Corman y yfad. Son Corman sybi as I gem y fi'n i'ch ik sy'n sŵs y draft gw arniach arish Alec Henley.
Mór an tangeling sa madochas gobí Corman is tøl gileor awn nach an núrdais ac yn ynys le na gemichin na straiad yn ysgyr cydjej immert y lig I dy desan sa chwn ystri gemichin magedig agos núrdela ac iniach mae gleis Glasgow City da gemach gydagal biat y chichtel y fynig I ddasiach a tor wpad ac ydi enw has y tonsach ydi si gem sa diw yn ei Partick Thistle Derby Peters Hill agos yn orsin y gem magedig ac y dolco Ibrox iddo na gyda hechgain ac y dosiach ffemiad na pwngin y hwg ala sio son ffain y ddash gymwlwch y lig agos hysyn y garstad gyfer Leanne Ross coach achos yn ed crag môr y hort y dy skipper leis na harich yn ei ddigianw si arich yn rwylig I led a stwg ef cawl di Celtic eich ystwn Partick Celtic sy'n gyffwlasiach yd tor y hwrjas yn y clwchyd anach ach bu y lwchtaich gydoch ys gynnwrin gan y clwchyd anog ach gychili gydash agos spilno gasŵr o'ch yd as yn y casan as y skipper Glasgow City agos skipper yn y genw ysli ymach Megan Cunningham, Jake Lee, Partick Thistle, and Demi Faulkner, skipper Achgeson. Reinchen Falabondai, agus Glasgow City, Haikidai, agus Aston and Chinamach, Kel Miller, Napatka. Sbi at the Count Casorich, Lauren Davidson, and Shinnason, Turline, New Yerich, Deichke Marha, agus Maramikra, Shia Arichin as the skipper, Shinnick, Glasgow City, Chinnastegan, a skipper, Erin Clackers, Chloe Warrington. Megan Foley, Maddie Fulton, agus Eganoi, Lisa Forrest, agus Sophia Martin, Nachalach Shia Panjiak, Marshin, Leanne Ross, Hitch, Coram na Féine, gan an Orkri, Dochas, Gunnuringaf na Pingin, a Hokala Shaw, Jews Chile, Gomulach League. It's on Partick Thistle, Clickita and Kutrimach of the cast, Gasonrich, Cara Henderson, is Lindsay Taylor, a half O'Neill, leads Rachel Donaldson, a Chile, Vavia the Gorstach, Jordan McClintock, Hannig Farnapingi, and the Rangers, Toshach, Gumia, and the Pathke, agus Megan Cunningham, Machburin, Clichia, and the Rangers, Edash, Etan a Push. Agus Kishavishin, Kilroy, and Fatavarach, Leanne Ross, the Vengi, Namiski for Colville, and Chile Gadash, Vavia the Gorstach, agus Tidach Chorkner, the Vengi, is on Partick Thistle. Ramsey is Murphy, a Tushim Farnapingi, Claire Adams, Futta Dias, Jachanielas, and Toshach, agus Taylor McGlashan gachuda se vengi chidach ke vinach vegedech. Hoffe ik sul gewelle gulishan maar begon reetje daar in je Brian Kennedy fine taich in a kleerchen wo Christopher Costello agus Kevin Totten agus Kerev off ik geju Jamie Andrews agus da skipper Chin Conway in me and the pathke Cheryl McCulloch come the show the Spanish and Cheryl, I guess, from a Glasgow City point of view, the big talking point is those 6 changes and Leanne Ross really shaking this team up and it could work and she's obviously going with fresh legs to see that can invigorate City and take them back to the top of the league.
Yeah, I think she's obviously had the game on Thursday and then seen that there's a lot of tired legs on that big pitch at Celtic Park, so I think they have made a good few changes, but it's fresh legs, you know, young players that have got go out and just play. They've got a platform to go and play today in a big match, so just go be fearless and go and try and win the game for Glasgow City.
And with your insights and the Thistle camp, you think that they might go for this? Having seen that team, they might be inclined to maybe test City early on.
Yeah, I think they will. You know, when you see that obviously Erin Clackers hasn't played as much for Glasgow City, so I think they'll want to go and test her early on. Obviously a new backline at Glasgow City as well, so I think you would want, as a Partick Thistle player, you'd want to go test them as the first 5-10 minutes.
Sophia Martin is in. Eganoi is on Glasgow City. Shia Panjiak could hang him the coon on 3 play on Australia the decent. I guess Megan Cunningham could make Gavalisha Chile Gadashit and a push va additional and Kafuti Chile Rangers and a Gemich and Adakal. Hayaka in the Kumalas and the games of Youth Thistle. I guess Gutigish of Kutrumach and the Kumal City Mach. Fulton trying here to a Yakishamach. Chloe Warrington, Bashvik Celtics, and you lead the 2 of us ball Koshi here in a fleet. Gemich and Stock and now Partick Thistle, Gemich and Kuchpel and Kucha Faravili, the Hinnestay. Walsh. Suez Hananoi. Cointas on Monte Carlo, cricket da Africa Jace. Imogen long kick, agus Docherty the lad, acha Thistle le cara musi or to shot. Imogen long kick, Fede Teichkas of Oakset, Nishka Garagad, Shagas and Herb, Pachina Studs, Dara Herb, Jichatal Shechat, Edavacha Tarsing. And as you predicted, Gerald, Thistle have started off and really taken the game to City.
Yeah, that was great link-up play down the right-hand side there with Abby Ferguson and Imogen Longcake. And, you know, I think they were quite unlucky with the shot there. I think it was blocked by, I don't know if it was their own player, but I think it would have been on target. So, yeah, do you know what? Great positive start from Partick Thistle there.
Ferguson, Lishanur, Bagedic, Jichatal Shechat, Edavacha Tarsing. Agus Viata Kiri, Kaduchtuga Bao Lichkiship, look at the ideas that the Celtics had of each other. Magai, Chinchia, Le Room, Miana Patkas, Aisha, Lauren Davidson, Huri, the Live Gish, Sun City, Ishalaster, Yagas, Lawan Keenchuk for Megan Cunningham. And again, Cheryl, it's important that Megan Cunningham is back between the sticks today, and she might be the difference.
Yeah,
given that we expect City to have a lot of the ball and a lot of the pressure.
Yeah, definitely. I think Megan Cunningham has been great for us this season. She's been a great experienced player to come into the team, and it's great to have her back in between the sticks today.
Game Gamatara Nyasakit, Yana Divinacit. Megan Foley, Cliche, Mianula in a Gianna Juke, and Union Harachinha, Leanne Ross of the Giano. There's a Cointas on Frekerch. Stewie game a highlight. Eikerstui. Stewie Vied Hoshach. The new Celtic. Should hurl of a shin Lauren Davidson. Mubach Steyer at Sadara Lee. Walsh. William Achach Shechat the Docherty had Asher the cast and a Stewie Brilliant here at Vinachin again. Chinchia. Got Amy Muir. He's a Forest Jail again at Clicketanoka, then a stay and a skip a skill of a Deville, like Davidson. And Carlo, and Nuringi, Pine Honavui. And Graham, Shachkin Injin, ahead of the Atkinsons, and again we can play off the skipping a fair Kuchach play. Heel goed machsne gemmichen of in the Queen's Park. This gemmichen nach genust the father no year United. Hier der Gishin, June is a chin. It's in the fiach in the earth to see an away Dave Howe. And it's Bishie Bow to Ferguson. In the match and Tarsi me and a path, Gagiska Humalska, Via Garashka, Claire Docherty, Ruin Yaki Divimuyi. Long kick. Tully, the Docherty's on Nuringi, Kumalastay. Imogen long kick of Newcastle is Middlesbrough, Staniki wants to go up it. Shallig Leanne Rossishin. I guess Kuchamin a Clicketa and Akisha Jerab could Nuringa see if in a show line. You know, like Shasmua, there was a Quickach get a day since they're changing from the Gemic and Kutsumach and you let the Binik. Warrington. Shina Rini Tarakic and son Sophia Martin. Lucy Slater, Jeliki this Hunat the disruption. Martin, Fiachne Fine kind of line it. Yes, Demi Faulkner. Kapuchilach, skipper that Thistle. Martin. Fine, you caught him a due on the game Kutsumach. Schulting stoch Njarstingen haik Leanne Ross, naar een nieuw soos hinge, maar geen route machine hij komen zich Cogany en Tana gal. Slater, so McGee the Gachian Davidson. Slater, Kirik Wosit, McKenyev. You got a stick in a V8. City ball over the stig and Voxach have Fulton in the gal Goodich, Tarsing Elena Giant, go Walsh and this go Amy Muir. Yes, Droch Vaula, Shinamach and Cleach. Ferguson. He's in the launch at Gilio. Hallo, Binikavui. Martin, doch in Elena. Faulkner. The Chinama. First glimpse we've had of Sophia Martin there, Cheryl, but Faulkner using her experience there.
Yeah, Debbie's done well there to just cover in and covering over for Leah Robinson there, but yeah, just using her experience. But yeah, so Sophia Martin obviously wanting to be positive and direct there, so it'll be interesting to see how she got on throughout the game.
But look at the ball of eine Fallab Haas, the Hanisha Ash Gasavage on the line. Megan Cunningham. Ball with Ash to do it, one of the Boschang. Yes. Nu vergeet ik even. Jean for Kel Megan Foley. It's fine so get Ash got Megan Cunningham. Muir. Sue get the ball. Carlo. Marco Warrington. Yes, first the Faulkner shin. Hier get Ash. Jida gepatte die Davidson. Is gal nodig die val stil schachat. Niet van firste is later de geweest Faulkner is een skippel gescoord op de goede val. Het is Foley. Krijgen die zo is de lijn nog goede macht. Slater. Motion Rashi zo is de lijn account to Ferguson. Doherty. Nikki Orishnik Bullock tuned and you ball the bear. Huchikita, Sadashak City in Ish. Warrington, Idash, go Davidson. I guess can you know paid Harakich. Cheryl, she obviously is the most confident player in the City ranks, given her 29 goals so far. So you can understand from that kind of distance, she fancies her chances.
Yeah, she'll be confident, you know, scoring all those goals throughout the season. She'll be wanting to go and have a shot on target early on, and she's done that. So I'm sure she'll be wanting to get on the ball as much as possible and try and get more goal scoring opportunities throughout this game.
Ferguson tegen de kutje mag Elena Giannick City. Olska school Tarsinko Muir. Ik kan tegen Sheetje, maar dat is 60 graden zo uit Pietersel. Is Karanamoi City, is hier het 9 minuten in een game met de goal zeggen. Dat is Thistle niet de bal reden is schokken hier. Maar men volle schokken de wie City geschok uit de scenario in Isle Chinchilla de bal wie is toch het is een naantje Garst. Een schrikke gebouw Lisa Forrest. Is te show. Nee, de bal. Rachel Donaldson. Een stef voor de klier. Ergens fijn pikken te voeten gezien voor Davidson. Doe die kogen even keer nog doe die zuurvoetje. Davidson, Carlo McKenna, Martin, Stacey Voxach, Chidigadash, got Davidson Sinisha nur Pachinistay, Agaswishin Suag, Amach. And ship the Bosch and Yavazal. Bosch and Yella, the City. Maddie Fulton in the Slee and Olgan and Oshan Igalchen. Walsh is Kach, favour the ball in Tarsing. Sidish here to City, Pulach Darakaja. Miss Doherty, Guy Nasach's follow up. Muir Gahilig, Tarsing go Warrington. City fechen de game heen. Martin. Val Tarsing. Yes, Nuringa Nur Bani Tarakat, Imogen long kick, Lakara Benish Pidistri, Nuri Baltra, Fliction of a Fiach and the Giano, Fiach and the Abby Ferguson of Petronia, Leave Megan Foley, Catcher or Gumat. Forest, Chunda Stevie and Path, because Biag Montcalo, Linda Montcalo, Shin Paul Nashar, to the Steve McGowan. I guess a nerve position is this Savalima.
What a great save.
Chinchilla Lishanur by Savalima for Megan Cunningham. Again, that was a good move, Cheryl. The ball inside the defender caused the problem, and Chinchilla going for the corner, but it's a good save again from Megan Cunningham.
Yeah, great save from Megan there. You can just see, obviously, she's cutting inside to have that shot, but Megan's done really well to get it tipped round the corner. And as I said previously, we knew that she was going to be a big player for Partick Thistle today.
Chinchilla, the goal, no coming to some pushing good. Ball chin factor, Cunningham a fine thorn. I guess Tuchum can look at the car. Walsh, I guess has can let the line fall off. Till you couldn't the shot. It's on Thistle. Yes, the Ish can luring to City Prague. Stoy Huddekin ha Thistle Poo and Haast. Yes, Faulkner a fine one a mule the foul Norsen's guy in the fall off. Achjuda Khafata the Forest. And at times, Cheryl, that Thistle goal living a charmed life, but we did talk about this off camera before. We felt the height of City might be a problem, and they have been winning a lot of those balls from set pieces.
Yeah, they've got a lot of height in the team there, and you can see them. They're coming up for the corners. They are a real threat. So it's going to be really difficult for Partick Thistle to keep them at bay with set pieces today. But Megan's done superb again on goals to prevent a goal.
Forest find Rudikin of the Shinka for the dash. Go Martin. Pass Jehrawata on Shahid Montcalo. It's a Sue Magida Gitchian. Got a quick at like Thistle. Near Doherty. The Ish Fulton Gala Norlich. Karaman shot the City of the Ishna. Het aan een smoe vruchtig zoals had tullen aan een stree de vokse. Is toch er al aske Megan Cunningham smoenig hier tien in de hand. Ons Norsen staat hij. En is gaan een gebouw lichtje. En is tripletje shot. Thistle Donaldson in de vakel in de laat. Again, the high ball causing a degree of uncertainty there, Cheryl, and maybe Thistle just slightly fortunate that broke to Megan Cunningham. But from a City point of view, they aren't really capitalising on these half chances.
Yeah, when you've got set pieces in that area and you've got the players that are coming up there to go and with Walsh, Foley, Davidson, you'd expect, you know, it's great deliveries in by Mairead Fulton as well. So you're expecting it to go and be clinical and take one of those chances.
Big and co the shin. And Jigley. I guess Haley Lauder Machas squad did you? I guess any little second you believe the Gorstige and you'll the Koenig is on again board and now Rangers and I get the gang Lee Gibson and Machas squad Kuchuk. Yes, big and the goal look at Haley Lauder and Cheryl. You'd imagine if she was fit she'd be available and playing today, and it just shows that Leanne Ross, if she has that in mind, she will make those bold changes to try and get a response.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I do think maybe Haley Lauder, she was struggling a wee bit near the end of the game against Celtic on Thursday, so you don't know if she's maybe got a little niggle and they're just trying to keep her for the game next week against Rangers, but she'll be a huge miss for Glasgow City today. You know, she's a leader on the park, so experienced, has won the title with Glasgow City for many years, so I'm sure they'll be missing her today on the pitch.
SWPL on City, Chagu took out Ochaknas larger down the Nish City. Warrington, Pemigo Dash. Aaron Clackers, Kadisha, and the Kuhn and Duur Davli in it. Wichin Gedich. And Karam Tosh, who drew a match Lee Gibson, so the is with the swing stoch gevelische in the gorstige pikken, like a coon is on. Toch een game more, get of a scotch age jichtely en maar herken gedraast. En hij had fijn het hosje geschoten nu. Partick Thistle hadden we gemaakt aan hem. Schissen aan nu, je shot. One kick. Dus Ferguson en nu een Yishine versmacht. Chinchilla, nu zijn stay. Gaan een nu, Sophia Martin, de vier en die fijne lasje stay. Ik is Rosie Slater. Scoopig. In de cool look. Chinchilla, vier in de tune duik. Leg een slaatje de naam in de paadje. McClintock. Dat is goed toch. Zo is Scott Ferguson bij de puck die was cool. Walsh. Dat is Shin caught up the Thistle. Look het aan de vruchtig zoals. Hier toe shotje gerigade Gabby Ferguson. Walsh in de stay de cool look. College Cogan in de gaal. Dat is maar een die kan de Thistle look het aan de vruchtig zoals. Scored of Oaksack City. Robinson, de Cheval Ward. Oh, yes. Well, goeie klakker to the Benji. Yes, Len. Danny Faulkner, Ora Estate. Slight uncertainty there at the back for City, Cheryl, and yeah, Demi Faulkner just letting Erin Clackers know that she's there.
Yeah, I think, you know, Erin's done well to come out, and she'll be glad to just get a touch of the ball. You know, it's always good as a goalkeeper to get a touch and just kind of calm yourself throughout the game. But yeah, you know, Partick Thistle will be looking to get more balls in those areas and test the goalkeeper.
Clackers. Jay look at the Shukuna interruption. Clackers lisje breed bemach maha. Callow fine Coundish. So die is in een muur. We kunnen een pier long kick tegen de tune dat ze nu bijna fall afzij de kroeg mag ze winnen actually. Fulton. En dan is Forrest tegen de Bristol Cheval. Long kick. En de bal was in toe man. Shin niendlich kijk Thistle tegen de Ferguson en het fall of a cool line. Is leap. Als we zien pick en jik in het as, misschien kan de hoek Rachel Donaldson kars voeien, Jefferson en een beetje zit er aan, maar geen gogen niet. Foley, Marco Warrington. En is het asje. Davidson. Garagastui, Chimichil, Rosie Slater. Hij is Norsen de keer met Callow wel gaan alleen. En je laat opgegaan. And again, we're approaching within the 20th minute, Cheryl, and still City haven't made the breakthrough, and that will be a concern for them.
Yeah, do you know what? The longer the game goes, the bigger concern it will be for Glasgow City. You know that the pressure will be on. They would have been looking to come out and get a goal early on, but Partick Thistle have done well to contain them, and they've actually in the last 5 minutes, I say Partick Thistle have come into the game.
Yes, tolletje vrib yma chain fyna dwychysyn agus Shin Mara League agus Celtic ac efwlwch a Rangers sydd y gwg y tyl hain yn o'i hart a sy'n y cilwch gylad cwn yn ysio fad of hyl cwtioch agus City diolch i'r gyddig. Just shows you, Cheryl, looking at that table, and long way to go still, but it could eventually come down to goal difference, not just who wins the title, but who gets the second spot as well.
Yeah, it's so tight at the top. Do you know, it's great for the Scottish game, for these three teams to be battling on to the last game of the season to see who wins title, not only the title, but to get the second place and get the Champions League spot. So it's great for the game to have that in the last game of the season.
Is Kuchim Kusori just City fiachan de Schnatura Shina Khrim Garasha Vern the fast and smooth Julisha da game Elashin. Is a show Falakin give a Thistle to fast on the mission. At the jail like it is here, 8 minutes. Montcallo le pick and Sus the Shokatach Karanitra Loom Harai Pulakin Lisha fast. I guess Shin Koram the Thistle Laguna to the fall up. Foley, Curtis on Davidson. Sadiish Robinson a disruption until Tarsing. Fine on a video, Thoshachad Martin. Had a Wofkirch hier is voor met Iriad Graham Tjerkale de Hoog, het Kusak is in de ra. Maar geen hadden wie Pantje Magunje. Mieux, quand het aan Bruin Urtach. Forrest, Gechumalestay. Was de falla voor Imogen long kicks. Tarsing en een skipper wegje. Fulton, Marco Davidson. En dit fijn chimichel de Rosie Slater. Veels en Taich, Gina de Kooluk. Ach, een oorsen en tostek om met Callo. Ach, Balker en een Schecher en een Schoen. Agus Donaldson in de Gutch voor Ferguson. Een oorsen. Via de einde Ashko Donaldson. Shot Curran to Rachel Donaldson. Ik al de stuit. Garrigan Ash, de gastes laatje dat is een oorsen en een plak. But again, that's further encouragement for Partick Thistle, Cheryl. Just that high ball, always you're looking to get Donaldson or Ferguson away, and just unfortunately for her, the shot was weak when she had support coming into the edge of the area as well.
Yeah, you can see that obviously with the pace up front, you've got Abby Ferguson, Imogen Longcake and Rachel Donaldson are all very pacey players, and you can see one ball and they're through, and Rachel Donaldson's unlucky there. She's probably just trying to hold it up and pass it, but with being Rachel, I know that she'll be wanting to go and try and score and get to joint top goal scorer with Cara Henderson. I think she's one behind her just now, so I think she'll be looking to try and get a goal today.
Action Marahana Turl. Sliashin Contal. So Megan Cunningham. Of the two managers, Cheryl, I think Brian Graham will be the happier. He's restricted City to those kind of long pot shots, and Megan Cunningham's been quite comfortable dealing with those.
Yeah, you can. I would say so myself. But you look at Brian just now. He's obviously not looking happy in the touchline just now. But I think when he comes into the dressing room, if it stays like this, then I think he would be happy.
Zeg maar wel crash en we pikken die en we gaan de duurt is toch een sfeer in haar kant te komen. Foley. So line is die is een kant op de Demi Faulkner is kaag. Is toch een paar koeien in een grote sliter. En we kunnen in de inzie. Gaat je een man oorsten vind ik geen gaan bal zoals Davidson. Ferguson in de stip erg leeg, Noorsen Casculi woken long kick. Forrest de dash via in de stad te gedorg. Hij de gol chimical er pikken te haring het long kick. Hij haast de kumala tol is je wasen bij de poschang. Het glutje bij Imogen long kick. Schilting neerst kutjig. Is een fijn de poschang. Is karme shot de game bullig. De bal de hoek alles uit. Agus Leah Robinson. Is Demi Faulkner in de slie zo ze kind de kutje mag de Erin Clackers. Schianer as de box like this up Chilton Jurgenasen. As aan de mission maar deze het leer bullig de dash ishal hashin terug en hoe zuurlijk de paal waar. And that is such a waste. If you'd been on that pitch, Cheryl, you'd be raging.
I would be absolutely raging if I was running up there for that, not the ball not going in the box. I think you need to go and test the keeper. and put the ball in the box, and they've not done that there, so it's extremely disappointing.
City fiachan die Bristju, agus Docherty le da Iwnsi, Dara Iwnsi Washun, the Amy Muir Kostnik Kashwuyi, Swami Shavida, Fachel, Son of Horgan again. Hoek Alistay. Karen Claire Walsh had a duelig this. Duelig art, I guess the mach. And Ross Jeff had coolig Mofiki Kishin. Yes, fast in a stray. I'll hand it to Maraliet Ladur to get to the key at her line. Little taller Jushin Likalamach. Just looking at Leanne Ross there, Cheryl, she'd be frustrated as this half has wore on that they've not made that breakthrough, and she's made all those changes and so far it's not really worked for them.
Yeah, I think she will be a bit frustrated with the team. I know Leanne Ross personally, playing at Glasgow City for 4 years with her. She demands the highest of standards in every training session, in every game, so she'll be demanding that from the team today, and I think she'll be a bit disappointed with the start of the game so far.
You're at the Cruach Chorman, the Loya, the Vich, fine Turl, Warrington, Falkner, the East Lodge, Giliora, Kumal, Sophia Martin, Fallaboy, but Bishop Abby Ferguson, and you see the East, long cake, Jehasua Gashinvo, Amy Muir, Giliora, son, start the hood with the new Siak Thistle, not a passion, by state. Ferguson, Bolgana, Moshang, I guess I get the Boshang as a Shinabi Ferguson. There's a trip to the Dochas, Gedoku, Amy Bullock Shaw State, Naparcha. The Isha, Nikliket and Vanahula, the Golsuas. Mara gu karan shipu yusi dulchin au girich question einig gaan line Gian. Agus gewoon nog al sinnes de ja de goed voor de line gewoon Chloe Warrington kind falla le kaal nog washin. Het alles de ja misschien ik vast de goal maar de peske doet dat de falla va agus noorsen sinnes kort al son Erin Clackers. Aka hillik helemaal go Lisa Forrest de gaan door een Gishers le Bullock Vinnie Dash. Ferguson and Orson of the Lekal, Le Chinchilla. Jordan McClintock, I'm assuming who are the count this shot, but again, Cheryl, just when you throw the ball into that area, it does ask a question, and Chloe Warrington did well to get the ball away from the back post.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel Partick Thistle should have done on the first corner. But it's a great ball in, and very unlucky there with Jordan McClintock. But that's why you keep a player on the line, and Chloe Warrington's done well to clear that there. I feel Partick Thistle have had a really strong last 5 minutes. So long may it continue for them.
Robinson, Boaster, I guess. Hullet me fe the cross hier geen up. Tjie Darakatcha. Is Carl Shaw toekje. This Chico City, I guess, at the Fiachan define a follow Chinchilla. Gaskulo gaan Duval go Warrington. Davidson Gairi Tra, zoals Elena, Shin Farlatol. Rosie Slater, Chesavachje. En is motion had to the Gutch with Rachel Donaldson and Chili Gadashka, Kuchus and Ishta Donaldson. Find a follow zoals Langley. Shech had to stick in a Vian. Ball look like a Troy, I guess, Cogan and Gashak reach the Eno. Kashvuya. It's on Walsh. I guess I shouldn't have shot and you go not attack Thistle edition. This is what you want Rachel Donaldson to do, get her head up, running at defenders, committing them and making those kind of challenges.
Yeah, that's what Rachel does best. You know, she's got great pace, she's very direct, and she's done really well to run at Walsh there, just for the ball to go through. So good play by Partick Thistle.
They're growing in confidence as this half wears on.
Yeah, as this half wears on, you can definitely see they're growing in confidence and they're getting in the right areas. So I would just say to keep continuing what they're doing, put pressure on Glasgow City.
Get full schillig var Bialk, Rachel Donaldson a sin. Chin de Chéile, Claire Walsh. Sin doch het big an ga Lille nas game chud a asgadol. Far a Cormac Thistle, Paul the eerste chud a moon Erin Clachers. Fiechan de Shia Tourline a shot. So gan you City gelat gam te Vishnach. Agus I'm thinking sin a took al case to the issue he skipper ha Leanne Ross the hug you bit in a pair tanch gele de kliket aan elch doen an kunart te han na how chillik al kliket aan ook is this na gelo fine fricker strasse game. Rachel Donaldson Kerskelior som Kumalora. Donaldson, bloos het go out de vokse. Zo vader kan shocken wie Chida ge daraka chugga savalo ma. The Clackers, Leah Robinson. Good hands from Erin Clackers, but a good effort from Lee Robinson as well.
Yeah, it's a great strike there from Lee Robinson. She's got that in her locker, but you know, it's a great save by Clackers, not only to save it but to hold it as well. But Thistle seem to be on the front foot, and Glasgow City seem to be a bit, don't know if it's the occasion, the nerves, you know, 2 games to go.
It's also the gamble you take as a manager. I mean, Brian Graham's got some players back. Leanne Ross has chosen to shake it up, and that's always a risk with young players. If you don't get the immediate response, then you worry about confidence, and sometimes you're better to play with your more experienced players.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you see the players that Glasgow City are missing today. Hayley Lauder, Lee Gibson, Jenna Clark, Abby Grant, all experienced players that I'm sure that would make a big difference for Glasgow City.
Ras tagu as een shoe like Thistle. Agus tagu Karane Google kuchuk sata sheer urgency suas gonna League City. Maar nog een vaardige gleune tussen de Queensland Magoon skielige klein wordt de strollers. Agus as een chili gadash tot vanjaars kunjaars en chich pleene Magidik. Robinson with a pen as a on a news shot. Me and the Partick. Shabby Ferguson, Johnny Keane, put into City Senegal for Boas of Atakiri. Here Walsh at Ulti Villa, Gaffoli, Mark Davidson, East Donaldson with the week. Matrichpel, Chili Gadash, Kapur Gedachse. Chia. Chia is chimical out of the issue. Hij open gemaakt door Lauren Davidson. Nurgi bouwline. Tarsing Soring. Hij is gewoon naar de de Liane heen door Leah Robinson. She probably had to get something on that, Cheryl, but once you didn't get a touch on that, that could go into your own net as well. But luckily for Leah Robinson, it went the right side of the post.
Yeah, do you know, it's a great ball in by Davidson, and it's one of those balls where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And she's done well to get a touch on it, but yeah, you're right, it could have went anywhere. So lucky for Partick Thistle, it didn't go in the back of the net.
So the Isha City of the Uerpijn Legelnach, who they had to go shachat to the Vancha Tarsing. Here's Walsh, Chili Gadash. En het leek heen. Karim Silja dat je gaat boringen bouwde gemancheerd geta. Sleet zo 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 naar je tinjesje van Thistle. Wachers. Ferguson weer gaan de kaffe gedaan. Zijn oorsen long kick out bra. Gaat ze vallen voor Amy Muir. Gaat boringen de long kick aan Troinke Ferguson. Long kick en oorsen. Leisure bach kant al de Clackers. Minatchen de goal zich hier le haast de veer de schier tuil agus Thistle the Mishnich Gamor. Show Patra na the Viach Gajiku had the Vikumal skipping and cooling, notion the Galistay Tull, Goodich, Dorley Union. I guess notion of Shushin at the cow was sleep again. I think you show I can't guilt and a guy. Warrington. Yes. Donaldson a took aan een corner aan Thistle. Je gaan die Kara zeggen de Fulton naar Levy, Kara uit al. Fulton skip at that City Edu. Slate up. Anderson Donaldson. Fine with the Gannett. Reach the Fadach in Garo. Ferguson current loss around to the Clicket like City. Kafak at Fulton Nagal, clear Doherty, and a father accounts. The game in Mule, Shinigal Shachatara. Boyle Skittigo is the long kick. Mule, yes. Clicketanek Thistle Ash. Go and about. You got suicide in it. Warrington, Davidson. Yes, Cassan a falla boitus a Nietzsche the China Hoy, Raisha Cointus on a Hogan, Egach, Huchti Galar, is here this Baul of Vunch, the Norsen, I guess, Rage of the Fallaching, Nachro, Drochinsi on, but look at and Thistle, Hassan the Cogan again. City Coint, Lauren Davidson, Casson, Parkoolach, Rutikin Yano and a Jiffer. Sun City ein at Hoshach. East Robinson. The arch of the show. Ferguson. Yachen the Humal Bell as a Vokse. Faulkner. I guess Walston call it. I sure it'll try and go Clackers. Kafakorish about line of Machar. Two of us running. I guess say getting. It's a quick than McCunniff. Great Mach, Kumashach go Forest. Callow, pick and room make me and a pathke. Skeelige Mach go Davidson. The used to Bowley shall the Cunningham and Shachat to the post. Sophia Martin the coin to Sue again at the shin, and again Cheryl is a very good delivery. Just needed a touch from Sophia Martin and that would have gone in.
Yeah, I think Lauren, when you're looking at City, you're thinking who's going to change the game here, and I think it'd be Lauren Davidson. When she's getting on the ball, she seems to be making things happen for Glasgow City. But yeah, it's a great ball in, and unlucky not to be in the back of the net there for Glasgow City.
Bravo Gasson Thistle, Mahat, Karimata, Davidson, Gasson, Chukumal San, Deval, I'm looking at Bowl, Bukumal, stay at Rapat. And Mishnich is on Leanne Ross, is Minich and Marha, Jeta Raik, Leonia, I guess Jane Harkin, Uti Yano, Le Gemily Whelan, Kidavengi, for Colville, Kucher Kadash. Haas, that's a game certifying pipe from the Parks Motor Group. She has to fail the Shahir Tool, like Peter Sill. Warrington. General to Suez Live Yesha Sun City, and Savish Davidson and Tarakic, Garagastay, to the stage later, drops of Partner Foster Hood. Yes, Russian Flash Gillior and Lisa Forrest. As you said, Cheryl, she is the player who looks like she could make the difference, and just sometimes that final ball not good enough. I'm not sure if that was a cross or an effort on target. I think it was more of a cross, but it was too far away from Lisa Forrest.
Yeah, she is definitely the player that Glasgow City are looking at to make something happen. She's grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. I think maybe just the wind there as well has just brought it through past the post. But yeah, I say Lauren's definitely the player that City would be looking to make something happen in this game.
Walsh will follow up. Had the Buller, Hatushim got Linda McCallow. Marco Davidson, Chinchilla, as a Vokse drops it. As the Ish Hanaya the ball, Tarsing. Faulkner got Skipple his guy, and so is Donaldson. Ja, gaan de bal liggen, so Noorsen got quickest so is Cummins got Abby Ferguson. Look at that ook. Drigbal Akenoi, agus Thistle account is on Survrippischen. Yes, Brian Graham, Miholic Lishin, Davidson, agus hat in the third. Agus hat City in the third line. But unhappiness for Partick Thistle. Brian Graham is raging down here because he thinks he should have had a free kick in the build-up to that goal.
Yeah, do you know, it's I'm not too sure there whether it's a foul or not, but she's came across Abby Ferguson. But Partick Thistle need to react. You know, you can see it's been coming down that right-hand side. You can see Lauren Davidson's been on the ball a few times, and you can only give her so many chances before she puts one in the back of the net.
And that's been the problem for Thistle. They do well up to a point in games, but as invariably as you approach half-time, that's when they can see goal. And again, we've seen that in this game.
Yeah, that happened at midweek as well against Rangers. They play so well. They contain the team for the majority of the first half, but you need to concentrate and stay fully focused for the full game, and that's not happened there. And when you give a player like Lauren Davidson that time and space, she's more than likely going to take the chance.
Nice huge shin, Brian Graham haast. En de corner dus je er wat ik mee holletje naartoe dat zuur bij mij in de paadje. Is heel schinnere. Donaldson. Leggen de long kick een steekje goed. En Schintel trying to go met een klakkers. Ugu more to Leanne Ross. Big relief for Leanne Ross to get that goal just before half-time, because it was starting to look problematic. The players were looking nervy, and she'll be hoping now that goal will give them confidence going into the second half.
Yeah, that'll be a huge change to the half-time team talk, I'd imagine. I think having that goal will take a lot of relief off the players, and you can see they are quite nervous out there today. So that'll be a big relief for Leanne Ross in Glasgow City to get that goal just before half-time.
Masuring uit, had de counter on the data over Leonie. Macallo, Rashko Muir, Forrest. Watch het Gilioris en Docherty, Gumal Buipus, Paulo Rashko Foley. Nice Vinach, Aikiri, Lauren Davidson. Nog een line, bouwlijn, Tarsing, agus die is Robinson, Jinamala count. Kind of follow up. Warrington is Donaldson, I guess Donaldson is Sheena Casamach. Diction could be Davinach, the Goonja Varachka, can you cheer the Gilesa? Yes, Lauren Davidson is the Boschan, costing the City, Duval. Schön, maar ik raak in het raas van de challenge Leeuwen. City het goed te chillen, gemoedig de league. Hij een met aankellen Noorsen en aan je gaan. Fulton, Walsh, Wies had de fijn hier toege de Walwag en Noringa, de goede Darakac. Again, they're winning a lot of these set pieces in the air, Cheryl, but they're not really getting these efforts on target. They need to do that more.
Yeah, they're obviously a real threat at set pieces. Walsh unlucky there, obviously getting a free header, but that's a real concern for Partick Thistle. They need to be tighter to their players and start running the balls in there. But it's all right to be winning the second balls, but you can only do that for so long in your own box.
Long kick, le Suer Traum, Gaka like Chinchilla, District Savinach, le Forrest de Vermoeie. Dan gaan we lijnen. Tijgje de koele voor Amy Muir. Here's an opportunity. Je gaat Gierig komen Megan Cunningham. Green en Chinamach, Gierig Giet le. Yes, Tuur voor Muir, wat Gierig komen Megan Cunningham. Triple beetje Gierig de shin. Trinchia, Mian Partick. Fulton Marco Davidson. Hij de laven nog gedaan, maar alleen de geladur de Slater reduction in de vaart. Trapse Slater als een raad, dat gaat kriesje. Bosje Nille we zijn. Warren Davidson. Shamoon Hull, yen again, make a shot. Fulton uedele. Maar een osje je de val. Maar als je niet graag had, we pinnik tor in een pui dat je nodig heeft. Pijn daar catch. Sorry. Ach wat chiedig. Gemeen Cunningham. Dus Chia toch een klikken dan is piekje in de vaatje. Fine kind of shot again, Cheryl. That'll be a worry from Partick Thistle point of view. You can't leave someone like Trinchia, not the tallest player, but you can't leave her alone in the box like that.
No, definitely it was something that we're speaking about at half time. I don't think Brian will be too happy with the lack of defending in our own box. But yeah, we're giving away a lot of corners and set pieces, so we're putting ourselves under a bit of pressure against Glasgow City there.
Trinchia, via de jarige stui. Die is verplicht in Partick Thistle dash. Maar vaartje en gewoonste is Forrest de golf gelaat. Vastget jedig. Hier late in is. En ze wengi ik Glasgow City fijne gish en gonna get er off je goed jerk. Zat de scherp de City hier is de noschenk. En ze moest gelijk show fall af. Nietzsche getouch hier late gekaunt. Nou is het heel like Lauren Davidson. De Jeffer het de daaskippen. Als je de Thistle wie wel het moeilijk hier te lijn afvurig. De City kent we Brian Graham en vallen ik heb gehoord guys en de weer zuur de pijn. Als ze geloos het hoek het heel de Lauren Davidson. So die is chatje nu een jaar eentje. This reach dat. Ach, heist het heel like Davidson. Ze zijn een keelige show like Peters Hill. Geweld Glasgow City het hoor. Glasgow City hun Partick Thistle Johnny.
Drie karstel na hoorach. Galé eentje nog een show like Peters Hills. Drie karstel na hoorach hele riheen. Ach gedraaste. We zijn zoel etne Glenroth is strollers. Ik maar het al rijfsen.
Bal cosje fart besioch chileke glan raj in a FIFA. Ayes, ha emmerki gewille de jachiel worak le klappe korsnoch a kohorig veel vliede sorry en blienisse.
So the Glenroth Strollers began in 1973 and we're 50 years old this year. And really proud of that. The guys who set it up as a boys' club because back then, you know, girls and ladies football probably wasn't a thing or as popular it is now. That quickly developed into more teams being developed, again boys teams, and around about 15 years ago we all came down together as one club down to here at Overstenton Park. And the area you see around about us is our facility, and we built the amazing pavilion that we have as well with our nice changing rooms and our cafe, etc. And we're really, really proud of all the work that's went into that because it gives us something to give back to the community. It's a space for them to come and walk their dogs or run around the park or come in for a coffee. We've got lots of community groups running out of that, and obviously we've got our football from boys as young as 18 months, girls as young as 18 months, all the way up to our adults, competitive and recreational.
Ga toen de borrenige ze klaniën en groeige na David ze jeich. Ayes, maar ha u aan een game en baan vast aan de nalbe. Ha kujoch na harven javornig je gach uj a har son kluchig na strollers.
I think there's a lot of girls out there that think, oh, I can't do this, or oh, it's not for me. But actually, when they come along, they find that it is for them, you know, and they develop friendships, and it's a social space, and it's a safe space to be whoever they want to be, and just the friendships that develop through it, you know. And some will say, oh, I'm not very good at football, but actually, when they get on the pitch, they're tremendous. And that's where the ladies recreational came in, because I had a lot of ladies say, I've never tried it before, I don't know what to do. And we developed the ladies recreational, and it is just, the numbers are outstanding. I've got 40 plus ladies come along on a Wednesday night and just want to kick a ball about and have a laugh and be whoever they want to be, and it's just great to see them smiling. So this came about last summer. I discovered that I had 4 or 5 ladies that played in a Glenrothes team around about 25-30 years ago, and they were actually really, really good players, a really good team, a really competitive team, and a really mixed age. And there was a photo going about, and the ladies were like, oh, that's me, that's me, that's me. And I was like, oh, hang on a minute. So I was like, this needs celebrated. And they are loving being back, but I've had a long time off. So again, their confidence, was needing built up. Some of them would come along and watch, first of all. Now, these are ladies that played pretty good football in their days, but still, because they had that big break and not allowed to play, or maybe had families, their confidence had just dipped, but that confidence is back and they're so keen to play. We go to festivals once a month to play other recreational teams, and they love it, absolutely love it.
Han dylid dysyn y fam o cynnu na borenich, y chwychia borenich mi yn ffydd aws yn naigydyn. Na'n cainich yn larger y gyrwys y vacus yn coldoch. Ach, be yn dainioch clwych y hwgor y cwys i hianw yn y dylid dysyn. Aes y hwgor y chilyg yr aschyn gema.
I didn't have much in the way of opportunities. I was just keen to play football. I think it's because I like to run about, and I asked at primary school and we got to play once. Then at high school I asked, but it was the hockey that we got. So I'm saying when I was 20 I still wanted to play football. I found a team in Dunfermline. I went along that night and they disbanded. So I decided, well, I've got this far, I'll do something about it. So I put an advert in the paper and out on the radio and put some posters up, and there was about 20 folk got in touch. It was great, and one of them was Linda here as well. So I was 20 and she was 26, and that's quite a long time ago now. And so yeah, it just started there. It was great.
So my first team was Dunfermline, 15-year-old. At Kirkcaldy High School I had to get 3 buses because my mum and dad didn't drive at the time. 3 buses to the training and back home twice a week. And then obviously work commitments then, so I just really stopped playing. And then Kirsty, as I say, I heard it on the radio and says, I thought I was going to be too old at first, and I just gave her a phone, and then that was me hooked as well.
It was quite competitive. Then there were a big age gaps because there was like younger girls. Well, I was 18 when I first started playing, and then in the same team you could have like older ladies playing at the same time. I just loved playing the game, so I never really noticed about like that somebody was like bigger than me or whatever when I was like tackling or anything. I just played and concentrated on that. So
it was great. It was brilliant. It was doing something that was just for you, and it was doing something. Obviously I was coming out of the house, so I was leaving my children, but it was a wee while that was just for me, and their dad would just have them. And I felt like it was my time and I was getting to do something I really wanted to do, so I was keeping fit, but at the same time playing the game that I really enjoyed, and it was great. It was so good to be able to do that.
Before I came back to playing football, I never really had anything. I never had any sport that I did try, and just I ended up giving it up because I wasn't really enjoying it. And when I discovered coming here, it's just, I've never looked back because it's been amazing, and everybody that comes is friendly, and we're just all there for each other as well.
I had been doing various other fitness things, and it was fine, it was all good. And then when I saw that Fiona had set up she was thinking about setting up a ladies football team, and I thought, oh, what a brilliant idea. And initially it was more fitness through football, so we did a fair bit of fitness training and then a little bit of ball skills and things like that. And then it just evolved from there because it got more and more popular and more people came along. People who said, oh, I've been wanting to do this all my life, never had the chance. People a lot younger than us that came in as well, and they were like, oh, this is brilliant chance. And it evolved and became the team now that we are, that we play in wee tournaments and things like that, play competitively, and it's brilliant, it's great fun.
I just love it. That's what I look forward to, my Wednesday and my Thursday, because I play both nights. Yeah, really good. Well, I never ever thought we would, as soon as when I stopped playing, I thought that was it, never meet up again, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's good.
I heard about like you get the walking football. I was like thinking maybe that's what we're going to have to try, the walking football. I didn't want to either. I don't like restrictions on it, but no, I'm so glad that there was opportunities here, and it's really good that there's a bunch of people from way back a long time ago that we're seeing here. You can speaking to them as well. It's super.
It's so inclusive as well. Everybody's friendly, like Claire was saying. Nobody gets left out, never. It doesn't matter what age you are, obviously. We all get a game, and nobody blames you if you do something wrong or if you miss something, but just have a laugh about it. And you never see us coming off the pitch not laughing at the end of the game. You're always like, oh, such and such was funny, or that was really good when we all did that and everything. There's a really good camaraderie with everybody. And yeah, it's good. It's good meeting up with old friends that I didn't even realise I was in the same team as years ago. And some of the other guys as well.
A príomh coach skipping and ban, Pauline Harley, cúideach na clúichetar don sean skipper bornich me in FIFA.
It was tough because we were younger, and in the days, we would have to, I would have to get on the bus from Kirkcaldy to Glenrothes, or we would get a lift like Linda, who you've spoke to before. She used to pick me up about 35 years ago. So I've known the ladies for a long time as well, because I played with them at Central 5. It was really difficult because girls play football, ladies play football. We've moved on a lot since then. But yeah, it was really difficult because you were younger and you were playing. There wasn't the set up under 15s, under 18s, under 13s, the whole pathway. So you were like 12, 13 playing with older women, which was quite daunting. But we just wanted to play football, But yeah, and the pitches weren't great. The referees, it wasn't taken seriously at all really back then, and it's great to see how well it's progressed over the years, and the structure especially.
Ha cútain mocha Pauline go bhfuil ballcushion and ban farpaseach, and ration and Glanrahish a stay único ata.
Glenrothes has always had a special place in my heart because that's where I started playing competitive football. It has come full circle. We used to train on this bit of land before these facilities were here, so it's great to see that. And Glenrothes Strollers as a club, the girl section have always had a good reputation, so finalising that pathway, adding the ladies team to it, has been great, and they've been so welcoming here. And I just smile when I see Glenrothes on the sign, because we're back here and it has evolved full circle. Even some of the girls here who have been away to other teams in between times started playing here for Glenrothes Strollers girls, but there wasn't that pathway to continue on. So yeah, it's amazing, and I'm proud that we're part of this club.
Le Slea Clanian and Nushavrui. Ha clúichetar in sa hí skipper late toliche a bhí mar páirste club a coirsnach mar na Strollers.
I played for East Fife previously, and I played there since I started playing football, to be honest, and I just needed a bit of a change. And then I heard about the Strollers starting a ladies team, and they've never had one, so I approached Pauline and asked if I could come along.
I actually started off my football here back a couple of decades and a bit ago. Played for a boys team though, because there was no girls teams established yet. And then moved about teams, and I'm back here again, so it's a bit of nostalgia, I suppose. And I think the fact that these young girls can be playing with the same group of people, under 14s, under 18s, and then up to the ladies, I think it's brilliant, progression-wise.
I think it's the sense of community in the team, to be honest. Obviously not just in our team, but within the 18s up, and that I don't think they look out of place, don't feel out of place anyway and stuff. They fit right in, and you see what they do around the community as well. You can see that they've got lots of stuff on, just offering it out to anyone, not just people within the club and stuff. So it's a really nice community football team and stuff to get involved in.
Ha Fiona late toliche be feikin balcosha farpaseach ag Chilagu Glanrahish. a sé úneach ó atad le cruachú skippen an ban.
I don't think I could be any prouder. I honestly can't. To have the team back in an area that there hasn't been one for such a long time has to be celebrated. You know, it has to be a celebration of inclusiveness, you know, an achievement for these ladies to have it on their doorstep rather than maybe having to travel miles to play a game that they love.
Ball cushion a ban, Chile Gadash and the Glendrash at Dol Efewas, I guess, show like Peter Hill, Jachanun Tull, I can see it late, Hooka Girish, Mustanica, I guess, Cheryl McCullough, click at that. Partick Thistle, the Gorsta Hakonam, Cheryl. It took a long time for City to make the breakthrough. We felt it would be Lauren Davidson, but Brian Graham and Thistle are aggrieved that they felt they should have had a free kick right at the start of this move.
Yeah, do you know, it's probably a soft foul, but you've seen them given throughout the game at other parts of the field, so I think Brian's got every right to be aggrieved at that. But then Partick Thistle switch off after that, and the warning signs were coming with Lauren Davidson going down that side, and you only have to give her a few opportunities before she puts one in the back of the net, and she's done that there.
Agus news is in the Partick, Home City, a Cluche, start Partick Thistle. Agus Lauren Davidson, they couldn't have fought the key at late. Agus another passing Megan Cunningham. Agus the what else would you expect from a Thistle point of view in terms of conceding that goal? It was Demi Faulkner that was coming out to try and meet her head. Are you looking for Rosie Slater to do more there? Are you looking for Rachel Donaldson to come back and help the defence?
I think it's a combination of a few things, but you don't want Lauren Davidson to come into the park, so you need to really over-exaggerate and show her down the line. And then you obviously want Rachel Donaldson to come in to back up Rosie Slater, and obviously Demi's went out, but by that point she's already come inside, and you know she's going to hit the shot. So don't get me wrong, it's a great shot by Lauren Davidson, and she's done that all season. So yeah, it's a great goal by Lauren Davidson.
As it stands, Cheryl, obviously Rangers winning that game 6-0 earlier against Hearts, that puts Glasgow City back on top as it stands. But it just shows you how tight it is at the top, and looking ahead to the last set of fixtures, it could essentially be a shootout in the last day to see who wins this title.
Yeah, it's so tight at the back, at the top. You can see like
Rangers one goal more now than Celtic.
Yeah,
in terms
Rangers
of
have
goal
sneaked up their goals today. They've done well to obviously score a good amount of goals against Hearts today. So it's very, very close.
But the important thing from Glasgow City's point of view is win this game and then try and win the next one, and it's in their own hands.
Yeah, it's in their own hands, and that's the best thing about it for them. They know that if they win these two games, then they've won the league. And I'm sure Leanne Ross will be telling them that at half-time. It's in your hands, go and win this game, and then they'll concentrate on the game next week.
Leanne Ross is going to come on a stolly to Shinamach, Toshach Darna Day, as sure you do, Lashin. And Davidson. She had of told Yana Days and Eichkisha, had a Jiffer Yano. I guess Thistle, the va, look at Balkosha Mat, Safarshan Yana Lake, can't call her was until a guy in the Durlach. I that Durl, I guess the engine hiking a bit Fricker Jackson, the city of Tosha Hadara Lake. Abby Ferguson, Edaval, I guess Bullock, Hokalamach, a long cake, Muir, Shinad Hoshachara. Doherty. Shaw Corn Ellison, Erin Clackers. Yena Shia Arachina Rain Leanne Ross, the skipper Hoshachiju. Walsh. Doherty, Hilikata. On kick. Sharva Thistle, Lacha. Luringav. On kick, ein Suisalina Rish. Chia Garga stay in Nervina Pergal, the two Velastocha. Matchalo. He shakes the bow of Hal. Yes, the Russian, the goal of cool Walsh, we caught him with the Via Gabby Ferguson. Forrest. Some Chinchilla, Hurik Suisalina, Robinson Tarsing. Skip Lachut. Agus Jeff. Agus Sophia Martin, sa eisiau bryd bosian iawn agos sio. Torti gelten is ag City sa cyd le bo sŵr vrepen is vrepen osian a charwad y gael lan bra yn y corman. Fulton y ddies just yn osian ei ddyf hawl. Walsh, Foley. Agus Forrest, missed yn glicit yn ysmwa. Favour the foul, agus y ddies. Megan Foley. Ddies charatynnu fasgara. A put in Yichmalay Tarakich. Once again, Cheryl, same pattern as the first half, a free header, and Megan Foley can't direct on target.
Yeah, do you know what? She's very unlucky not to put that in the back of the net there, but again, it's a free header, and for Partick Thistle, that's a real worry. You really need to be picking up players in the box and competing, because it won't be long before one of them go in the back of the net.
Brast that ball like Thistle, like a Gaston Abbey Ferguson, Rosie Slater. Gaan de Chimical lid that Lauren Davidson with Nahuringi. Donaldson, Nashko Slater, I guess Davidson, Brokestay. Hallo, bal skippelt dus stuk Davidson en de surige die is, I guess Jeke de Chinchia getraaien, I guess Docherty in de ma skippel te checken. They boshing the val, but that was a very clever ball through, and Chinchilla almost looks set to capitalise, but good defending from Claire Docherty.
Yeah, really good by Claire Docherty there, just been narrow and coming in and sweeping up at the back, as she does very often for Partick Thistle. So another corner here, so we'll see how this goes.
Shoshan of the Ish, like the boshing. Kumar to Hula trap a City. The fire, I guess, drops it. En je laat ik alles staan als moe. Sophia Martin, de chaneur, maar je ook al zeggen to the Vancha Tarsing. Again, it's panic stations to the back for Thistle, Cheryl, and somehow they survive with Sophia Martin lifting the final effort over.
Yeah, you can see here Megan's coming out, but they've just done well at Partick Thistle, just won the second ball, but there's only so long we can do that for. So they either need to stop giving away corner kicks, or they need to start picking up in the corner, in the box.
You Karen and Murray, you know, could you sit there and lay Thistle, get nach Collages in, the Collages of ice here late. Ik ook al zoals de jongens Ferguson naar Roard, Hiesje, Walshka, Hilik. Sinkel, Chloe Warrington, Tansje Goeju uit je goel kutjer. Hallo. Chia, zo'n beetje vallen van Magou en Faulkner, morgen Kara Gulmar. Fulton. Duval, we maken het Duval. Forrest, Chinchilla, eindtaag voor Amy Muir. Martin, Rashka Chinchilla. Davidson. Komen zich. Daar gaat zich hij de jarige dash. En is Forrest. Hier gaan de chaneur begroeg je heen. En is wel achter Fulton. Shechet to the Vancha Tarsing. You can tell at the start of the second half, Cheryl, City enjoying a lot of possession and looking more comfortable, looking like they're enjoying it a bit more now.
Yeah, I think getting that goal before half time took the pressure off them, and I feel that they've maybe went in at half time and Leanne Ross has had a few words with them, and they've come out and they've really come out positively and had a good amount of chances on goal so far.
Hallo, wie is toch al een goal in de meer in de paard, Kafka de muur, een Machko, Lisa Forrest, Jane, klik het dan ook, Hoosje gejuach, de bal was schaar, boeit besje. Zullen deze kant is aan zuurvrij. Zijn ik verder niet geklacht, weer een nieuwtje voedig zaag. Chia. Fulton, Davidson kan hier de douche. Yes, maar is er nog eens woord into that. Davidson, jarige stuit. Martin, Ashka Mutchalo, Chinchilla, agus Diolch Roar. Blis Diolch an nod for Rupick and Room and Chinchilla, Fiach and the Hyundai, Suez Ganoshin, nach Shachat. Cunningham. Ferguson. Is minion Ligalamach. Haas the stick at that. With Ashkan Elaine Gian. Robinson. Click at that. Who is the short Thistle? They give it to the Tarsing Elaine Gian. Foley. As a rod. Davidson. With Jordan McClintock. Junakina Hangi. Bree follow with it. McClintock. Guy in the dash. Bullock Nielsen Roy Gairi. Stuur de dash van de skipper de Demi Faulkner. Voor een pick het up. Bal Kachudamach. Korte de Chavanger. Achje had een gloonje geboord. Hier is de dod in de paadje. Vierde ranach Brian Graham de Vitalic. Kutje en Kogan in als de game zit. Connell treedt er eens een keer op. Ik ga de Vital vatte game. Robinson die daar up. Ein Suez gesleten. Natuurlijk als je een Donaldson voor Bullock. Thistle at the moment, Cheryl, just finding it difficult to string some passes together.
Yeah, you can just see that a couple of times just hit it out the park or just causing themselves their own problems. Then you just need to get the ball down, play their passes and do what they did in the first half, especially the first maybe 20 minutes, and get a string of passes, get a bit of confidence going again and get back into the game.
Carlo, Nash, Sophia and Martin. Warrington is still going to be in for a little room and clear Walsh Bowl who are just still going to lay at Thistle. Pull it the Nyakis and a dash to Leach heen. Muir. Warrington, Ultra, Montcalo, Shinashar, was City Achva. Warren Davidson, Carone Salent, that corner make you find Suez Elena. Yes, I can you Rosie Slater a bow line Suez Elena. Not Karen Nash down to Leach heen. Warrington. Chile Wheel Station. Robinson. Come on, Sewell here. I dacht je gevat die Fulton. Clintock. Suez Leach Slee. Davidson. Stick of Fulton. Doch te game gefijn aan de shin of Lisa Forrest de Lagina follow she is the line fleet. Faki show came in muur. City Berg karig Jeno. He is fine. Muur Dorash. Fully. Pass het bear back at Matt Brasco, Cass and Warrington, putting your smack guy in it. Davidson, Glachkele, Amy Bullock. Davidson, a Glachkele, naar de week closer to Philip Bullock. We zijn Coram, the City, daar we zijn in Jano, Kinga Kozak. Dollar in it. I guess Lisa Forrest will get a Duval. And Cheryl, that's Lisa Forrest going off, one of the younger players, hasn't really made the impact she would have desired on the game, and Leanne Ross turning to some of the more experienced players on the bench like Kinga Kozak.
Yeah, she's bringing on an international player here, so I'm sure that obviously going to see the game out and bring a spark and a bit of injection energy into the game. But yeah, Lisa Forrest, a young player who I'm sure we'll see a lot more of next season.
Hier daar in het daar Triple check, Thistle dras na churing fine machas leach geheen. Bá sheer hilige dasher is die sha tuchtum go Davidson a doen na kumat. Wat hallo, schon daar geval voor long kick. Hier hallo. Die die foul. Hier gaan die bal line Kozak. Chinchia. Clacher zei de wie share je mag leun geen schiene de weg gediano se daar na le ik scho challenge fast ge nu de nest Merach geschön voor Walsh dit bal te Thistle Eerst je gaan je bal try en maken jou daar asko en Clachers kan triple te pi Walsh. Chia. Doch is gebeur kritisch cool garo. One kick. Fine follow away me muur. Ferguson se voksession for la tall. I say cool. Mitchell Donaldson le caught I guess schöne Route of Thistle the favor the hand. Sapuringi Khumale Darakic. Again, Cheryl, a good ball, good cut back, and Rachel Donaldson, you'd expect her at the very least to get that on target.
Yeah, if you want that to fall to anyone in the team, you're probably thinking you want it to Rachel Donaldson. She scored 9 goals this season. I think Imogen's done really well. Imogen Longcake down the line there, beat her player and got the ball into the box, into a great area. And yeah, I think Rachel will be disappointed with that, but she's got herself in a good position, so she just needs to keep doing that for the rest of the game, and hopefully another opportunity will come up.
Mushniach is on Thistle. I guess I'm pretty bosh and I go show could you for a foot at Tillichesh and I gonna line a Gianna City. Bullock the big gal and preparation. He shall drops it. Donaldson if you can define it. Robinson, Slater, he get ash gonna boxes. City Bullock a chile kadish. Is Miguel Warrington a kind of fall off on a devil. Bowlich and Tarsing shall caught him! Happy Ash Coolin! Partick Thistle is Pearl Ash! I guess Kumat the ball fell. I guess Narahanita on a foster cool. Kayaka the Kudashech. And fair play, Cheryl, they kept the ball alive there, and when the ball came back across, they got it on target. And it's Rebecca McGowan, I think, at the back post that tucks this away really well.
Tell you what, that's a great finish at the back post there from Rebecca McGowan. She's just stayed there, just hoping the ball's going to come back to the back post, and it has, and she's took it first time, and that's an absolutely fantastic finish for her. But take nothing away from Amy Bullock's cross there. That's a great first touch, just to look up, be composed, and see who's free at the back, and cross the ball in. Yeah, and that's a great goal for Partick Thistle.
Coach of Tull getting a taste, and like Rebecca McGowan, I guess Graham McCoy. Nastolic Junish, I guess that game, I think. He's game with the Partick Thistle of all, but the fucking fine Sue is going to leak City from it. Just in a minute, and Regama Stanek at Hill. And then it's Kishtik City and Little Guys and Chili Gadash, Davidson, Bali Shaw, Martin, Matkalo, Barabacha tossing. I guess the Norton Shekha to the ish. Chinchilla. And it's always so dangerous, Shell, when you've scored, you're so susceptible to the sucker punch, but City just couldn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, it's end to end the game, you know, she's done well, but she's got the full goal there, and she's just hit the bar. She probably feels she could have done better, and I think that would have been a big goal for Glasgow City in this title race.
Van Fontaine, Ronaldinho, Hachke, Edmund Galo in Afrika, Jessa, Gapuringi, Baulich, Ganalian, Narava. Kite Nasasa, Gumal van Avantje Tarsing. Cunningham, Chevreep gemacht, of Gida gemacht. En je liefst kite pullig vet, maar smoor. En als je niet fijn koort. Headley. Ferguson. Shinma. Chunda. Bob. Amari Fulton. Ball trying to go long kick. Achva Muir. Sin passing a goed Claire Walsh. Game of first finish. Thistle in Mishnach gain is Kuchina City. Emiasan. Line of Ash. Chinchilla. The Chumak Bells. Gavia passing. Lauren Davidson. Isaac. Ashka Davidson. Mer Bishop. Shin Cordal. Kita. From Cunningham. Really open game now, Cheryl. City need to get back ahead, and Thistle have been given a new lease of life with that goal.
Yeah, I think after getting that goal, you can see the confidence has come back for Partick Thistle. I think Abby Ferguson has done brilliantly in there, holding the ball up and taking players on and really creating opportunities for Partick Thistle. But with that, you've obviously got Glasgow City on the attack in the other end and countering Partick Thistle, so it's a really interesting game at the moment.
Donaldson, Chile Gadash, Kuchaku, Rosie Slater, City, Dolly Yanawara Gele, Emily Whelan, Clicketadui Erenach, Dolly Nate, Anacha, Sophia Martin. And again, Cheryl turning to the more experienced players as she has to now to go and get the win that keeps them alive in this title race.
Yeah, I think Leanne Ross obviously going with fresh legs to start the game, but you can see she obviously needs experienced players. Whelan has scored 15 goals this year, so she'll be looking for her to go and get one for the team today.
Clicketanis, Elliche Chin for the Bengi in Ishchison City. I guess me at the door like a gal. As Casorich lead Chinchilla, Eduval. Toch de wisje wisje fuchtig zo is bek en asatje door Kutcher. Helly in your wheelan. I guess look at that Thistle. Docherty van Eduval. I guess triple jachtje. Sint de gele jentje hij lachen begon je weer karskeleer. Could be Claire Adams, Sinead Kuchuk. Looks like Claire Adams going to be joining us. Cheryl's passed the fitness test, not fully fit to start the game. Otherwise, you'd have thought she'd be in the starting lineup.
Yeah, Claire Adams has been great for us this season, a great addition to the squad, and she just brings so much composure and calmness when she's on the ball. So I think Brian will be wanting her in there just to kind of settle things in midfield, get on the ball and be brave and get on it and get Partick Thistle up the pitch, further up the pitch.
Michael Kokerig het minute, pikken een varach, goede varach, gewerken. Je ziet geen maar shock, ligt het in een gorstig goed. Dus is toch toch de goed, toch het pikken te hier naar hurpen naar Sintje, maar ga ik al Adams, veerde in het, toch het hier asje de kassen. Tussen het Brian voedig pik en Asatje Messian uit haar gezien. Je gebiedje Karski Leoreson. Kom maar Laura. Toch een keer het Chile gaat. Ach, Femi voedig. Nee, de wou haast. Ik kan het laten nog te zitten, maar je weet de bal, dan vind je het asje zo. Muur, kan ik ook weer stuk aan de wien. Toch het een is je asje. Walsh, Carson Cafoli. Cool Slater, I guess Davidson Boerke daar is een fijne geschenach. Oh, Schumi stay a kuchurle. He skills not the Slater. So is Donaldson Jew who zo'n Chinakinya de Schumi as could ik karm je heen bal of like so is going to Lake City. And Ferguson John nog week fatinies gesnoos en het chillik al Megan Foley. Mag as raad hoor. so important for Thistle, just the boundless energy of Abby Ferguson. She hasn't been giving them a moment's peace at the back.
Yeah, she's relentless, you know, she's so energetic, but she's so talented, you know. She's a great work ethic, and she's been fantastic since she's come in from Celtic, and she's made a real difference to this Partick Thistle team.
Tarach a sinna dul hían in is Adams Chined. Yes, dul yet Jordan McClintock. Jordan McClintock has been coming back from injury as well, so that makes sense as she fades to bring on the experience of Adams.
Yeah, she's been struggling with a few injuries throughout the season, but she's done really well today. She's put in a real shift and really supported, obviously, Abby Ferguson up front. But I think Brian Graham will be thinking to bring Claire Adams on, who's got a bit more composure, and try and get her on the ball and get us further up the pitch.
Donaldson. Spinny Kadara Pui Kuchak. Tinchia, Schulting is on a Buile Duval, Marisage. Yes, gaan we in te wielen. Nieuws die gemiddeld al. First nog Saturday Sheikh in Qatar. Galo, Boel, Matje Tarsing, pick and vintage in het Rash. En de skipper dat Fulton. Davidson, who had the here tuil. De kind die is just on. Daar het tuil, groeig in jouw eind. Kozak, en ik van de pinky, toen een maat vastgeeld lijnen, Garriga dasje stegen en een boekse. En je ga je weten, de kern is al later in het vult naar Partick City. Dat de goede macht. De wielen. Toch het die, toen ik hier naar Gangi, hier door voor getarsing naar Nish Chagara maken. Bullig, toen een maat, toen een dasje en een boekse, ze kutje geeld lijnen Gian. Ferguson has the week also Ruiz could be in a cricket engine. I guess Donaldson the Sueg can throw Mugabal the Mach. And Ross Giri Parach Gankin van a cricket and Aikisha Adams. Tolly Saturday Sheikh. So the Shin Maraglar is Rangers. Ik heb onlach en is komen de Celtic. Agus maar goed is maar shovig. Ik zit die dresaatje ulle in de nu na de vinger. Sin gefaskt te haar. Agus na de heul. Gefaskt kutje ik heb onlach het er daar skippen. Glasgow. Met Galo. Boom shot. Ach gepistje. Tinchia de bemoeie sin falatal. Downse Michael Kroon flikje dan. Agus die is Murd staat gegeven. We bossen in de aan te City. Ik denk dat ik Thistle de la. En die hebben cool home. And there's another problem for Thistle yourself.
Yeah, Rebecca McGowan, I think it's her ankle, and she's just recently come back from injury. She got injured against Rangers the game I got injured, and she's just recently come back, so that's a real worry for Partick Thistle if it has hit her ankle, because she has had a previous injury there, so that's a real worry for Rebecca McGowan. We hope that she'll be up on her feet soon.
Okay, McGowan, who had a tool like Thistle. The problem for Thistle, of course, and Brian Graham, as you know, Cheryl, is he doesn't have that many fit options on the bench.
Yeah, we're down to the bare bones. I think most teams are, to be fair, just with the hectic schedule that it's been the last couple of weeks. But yeah, I don't know who would come on in that position, but she seems to be on her feet, which is good.
Great bosh in of his own, the City. Fulton for the Kate Shinigan, Nijak and to the Shane. Lord to the east, drips it out the Tarakach. Kozak, Giri. Va Cornell, St Cunningham. That time they did get the header. Kozak on target, but it was straight at Cunningham.
Yeah, do you know, it's another free header, but if I'm Glasgow City or if I'm Leanne Ross, I'd be disappointed at the amount of chances you've had from corners and you've not took them. They definitely need to be a bit more clinical in that area, so I think they'll be disappointed not to have got a goal from a corner today so far.
Donaldson ga Groku there, ga Ferguson ahead of Glachku le Megan Foley. Agus Seishitol again, Karsh Kuchuk. Again, this is about Abby Ferguson just willing to put her body in where it hurts, and that breaks up the play. It gets Thistle up further up the park as well.
Yeah, she does so well at that, just getting between the ball and the player and winning the foul for the team. It gets the team up the park, takes a bit of pressure off, and then we've got an opportunity at this set piece to go and hopefully put the ball on target.
Yeah, Robinson the Ujigala shot. Agus cínig hiad le bha pulach a fata seo amachach bha dúr beichas an clachar sábal ma. Sai stocha dul giach in jeur pille vo aster ach het trap se hoe die stroon na broodje agus goeme bal leed ik die hard schechet in de watje tarsing. Tarsing alleen in Gian, de Chloe Warrington. Pick een room met je shots en close Suez gaan die. Maar Assange Davidson, de Vermoeie, Donaldson. Je gaat als goed alleen in Gian. En je fijn chimical de Slater Kata, Davidson Tarsing, Faulkner Sarab. Davidson de doch, je kan maken zo'n pre-poshing. Slater, Janikin naar Tachashin, naar Gumar Taas Bell. Fulton. Oh, Aster agus game of the start. Ball the pool, we get count the quicker to the Thistle, and the referee stopping that because it's a head knock, Shell.
Yeah, 100%. You need to be preventive of these things, and it looks like she got so on in the head. So I think done the right thing just to stop play there.
Yes, that's in the county the Shinha City, you know, that aardige gele. Oscarson agus Joe Love. Nimis Sinead Guyson. Not Joe Love eigentlich in Ash. Joey Chorus Bliana Machle Triple JCL. Ach de weer de Wengis en Schachke en Verjedig. Agus a skip out Fulton en Dolje. Agus the Chris a skip out the Joe Love. Oscarson Dolhinead Kuchuk. There's on Chloe Warrington. And this is now a test of nerve and character for City, and Leanne Ross has obviously gone to her more trusted, more experienced players, hoping that they can turn this round.
Yeah, bringing on a player of Joe Love's experience is exactly what you need in this situation. She's won many titles. You know, obviously the captain of the club as well, so to have her on, she'll be hoping that she can go on and make an impact and just steady the ship for Glasgow City.
And if you're Partick Thistle and Brian Graham, you're hoping that they can hang on here and get what would be a fantastic point from this game.
Yeah, that'll be the goal for Brian Graham and Partick Thistle. We'll be hoping to try and get something from this match, and as the game goes on, it'll be end to end, and you never know, you could end up with a counter attack for Partick Thistle as well.
When you kill out of that, Gallish and the stick and a Hashtel Magiduk, I guess the Kuchum 8 City, Stronian 9 at Hoshacharish, Chinchia, and Chimical Doherty, Duval. Stick and a Vian Kachulab, Dilly Hish finds Suez Kakim again, Savinach, Oscarson, Bia, Davidson at East. Garrigus Day shot, Coram Ye, I guess, who has Shin Sueg. She's such a difficult opponent, isn't she, Shell? You don't know if she's going to go outside you, but if she comes inside you like that, you're giving her effectively a free hit.
Yeah, you know, you can't give a player of Lauren Davison quality to come in and have a shot, but I thought Partick Thistle actually have been done well in the last 10-15 minutes to shore down the line. So another corner here.
Joe Love, Irish Emily Whelan, But again, as you're alluding to, Cheryl, there are so many opportunities, headed opportunities, but so many they're not even getting near the target.
Yeah, you know, they're probably missing someone like Jenna Clark today, who would usually be the #1 threat for corners. So I'm sure they're missing her today.
Jenna Clark, Cheryl nach hela sa squad you. Einge nach kviet geshinne visse dasje san again vejedig. Gedoshig veel meer toen ik hier gebinnig at the game sits dan vi. Gara meser skapen at all stegana. Game vejedig na herkijk. Chia, I guess, the ish, back at the dash route, who got you fear gegenerd for the stake, and again, Cheryl, they're backing off, and it's dangerous to do that against a player of Chinchilla's quality.
Yeah, you can't do that with players of quality like Princella Chinchilla there. You need to be up and pressing them to prevent the shot, but you do feel that Glasgow City just have a wee bit of momentum in the last 5 minutes, and you feel that maybe they're looking maybe closer to get a goal.
Oscarson, agus Ferguson Galekal na rhai blistige falla Partick City. Geen mijn gedolas, Joe Love, Joch Gavrakig, Bullock, Argu, Dolaheen, and Son Thistle, Taylor McGlashan, Dolaheen. And Cheryl, another player who passed the late fitness test, but obviously Brian feels she's got enough left to offer something this late in the game.
Yeah, she passed the late fitness test obviously before the game, but yeah, no, Taylor's an experienced player. She's the longest serving player for Partick Thistle, and I think what they'll do is they'll move her back into the middle of defence.
Voordat de gaak uit Sinevi is, je gebouw maar, gebracht voor de Giers. Cunningham took on and Goran. Again, they're living dangerously at the back, leaving that ball and no one really dealing with it.
I do think having Taylor McGlashan on for that aerial kind of in the box, I think defensively they'll be looking to, especially for set pieces and corners, she'll be the one that will go and attack.
En Graham McCann verkilt tar vu as een jaar at the in the stay the moon. As in a minute and McGill again. City sheer fuchtig. Some fine at Oshach. Some sheer. Kijk naar striegpelles, naar Spargmian, naar Gilligan, naar Tjech Gabba Bal, Leen. Tjech naar de wij Haringen nu te dash. Shach en Dranget, vader in je show. BBC al op het, en ik heb me geen play-offs, hij is aan Ligue 1 en een Athletic en nu. Skip een gloei, Jamarst. En je ziet het aanschrijf, kijk met een fiche de stuur je Shach. Cunningham. So is good Donaldson. Here's Ferguson skippelt weg. Oh, shot for the street. Shot caught him. Long kick. Luring je nu bijna pal af. Soren je wel lak. En is van Luring de Brian Graham. Maar correction based on this when you get a caught him. Shouldn't goal. It hashach. Again, this is down to the industry of Abby Ferguson, and unfortunately, from a Thistle point of view, Imogen Long kick couldn't get enough power behind that shot.
Yeah, do you know, as I say, Abby's been fantastic. Her work rate today, she's really tested the back line of Foley and Walsh, and they've been up against a real battle. Really unlucky with Imogen Longcake going through and goal there.
Chia Val the Eastern City, that's good to love. Walsh. Thistle y coint yn Cogan yn Chabawl, ydy gael y mach yn triplage iddo Duval. Gach bingi mi holage lys yn hoff y gish. Zo is de lijnen. Gaat de goal omhoog. Staat er de bal met je dash. De City. En de Brian Graham. Kiri de skip back is een terug. Tegen de close Suez. Davidson, and you go with Ash, go Foley. Muir, stick on wat Hallo, had de goal, ik een zaag. 10 minuten McGiddick, Oscarson. En ze die eerst toe over Whelan, Dollemach. En glasje naar de koele Caillou, agus Robinson, gestreelijk het is. En was natuurlijk Tsjechke dat gemaakt hij niet steken in 10 minuten McGiddick, agus Schichtel toch in de lijn zo. City Kutjach, maar de fijnd. Het huwelijk is het hansje gaat. Met Galo, Davidson Kairi Tra, look at the Africa chase. Pia Whelan's lost to Chinchilla, Savalo Mava Cunningham, so prachtig dat ik al zo is Caillou. Well, if you're going to get something from this game, you need big performances from your keeper, and the flag did go up eventually against Chinchilla, but in any case, Megan Cunningham made a good save.
Yeah, Megan's been fantastic. You know, she's come out, made herself big there and made the save, but I think it was, they were saying it's offside anyway, but yeah, she didn't know that at the time, so great save from Megan Cunningham.
Ze zijn een goede missie naar Thistle, kunnen er wat ik kan als game, I guess. 6 minuten te gaan, ja, was je genisje daar, like City is on game 7, daar het lijn, I guess. Malik Slater, Shinchach, dat gaat put into Davidson, een goede stijl. City hier je bouwlijn niet gezien, maar zo urengeef, she's kolkje. Kunnen daar het hasje hier no Chinchilla hoe verder ging. Het Hallo. Dat love really meer in de parkje. Nu, Hasenko Chinchilla. Really fine Chimichel, the dochter to get that. Ashka Walsh. To maken we zo. Thistle will be happy with that, Cheryl. They're frustrating City, and the pressure is all on them now to try and get the second goal and get the 3 points here.
Yeah, Partick Thistle will be happy to get the goal kick there, just take the sting out of the game. And obviously Glasgow City will be wanting to get the ball in the park and going as quick as possible. They'll be looking to get this goal to get them back top for the title race.
Love, when you give you signer. Whelan. Hanurige Baguma Ferguson en die is Jenema, agus Morrison Jenaki en Agai Oscarson de Gal en de Gafak. Ruben Montcallo, Femi Chile go Foley. Yes, Tarsin go Muir. Chia. Die is Ruben Gavur te zien een sheer situation in de paas. Femi had ja, geen duur willen. Harsinko Oscarson. En Graham Kiri Tilliger, voor Donaldson. Kiri Tilliger Dash. Davidson, zijn stijf voor de lijnen. Love. Davidson. Goede dinje. Agabi Ferguson. Het coole wheel. Thistle. Faulkner. Fijne hier door bevallen. Montcallo. Dashko Muir. Look at Africa Jessica Hokala die is Whelan at the line try is a Chinchilla in the goal line McGinnis City Slee ein try Suli en Uata William Ross the Kishi na galach na fluin a court minute in the bankal agus and you shouldn't hurl Tumal SWPL that's a race it's on a G2 Cheryl I think Megan Cunningham we heard a touch I think she maybe got a touch on that. But that was down to the quick thinking of Chinchilla and the accurate passing on the edge of the area and a very good finish from her.
Yeah, it's a great finish, you know, she's done well to just take it round the goalkeeper there and be clinical and calm in that position. Yeah, do you know, it's a great finish and it means a lot to Glasgow City in this title race.
Well, Jan Ross, the lawan a Portman, agus Chinchilla, Uri Cholas na Slúna, Freco Chile, ag Partick Thistle, Utig na 3 ping in Horse City, Chumach Bell at the Dolosteg and a Lama Yedic. Gechera Chumach, toch een lang van noord gedacht. We gaan Ullikun en ik ping genure. Maar je hebt een 3 pingen voor de Shin City dash. Gemoelige league. Ferguson. Dus hij had een issue van je naar Keilet. Heel lekker goed. Donaldson. Boypachers. Klachers de coin dat ik in vrienden zeg voor een je Gumale Tarakesh geta. Thistle falach yn gymaint gors, mae yw'n sio Machalias at y stwyn y hwydd. Y chwyd eisiau gamesa. Gydych mae'r hachad gaif Jadon is chag yn o'i Celtic fat eith chws sy'n ping sy'n wrsy'n Haidad dal eisiau bryd mae gyd yn eich bwlwch o anam o'ch sy'n sy'n gamesa ach nhw'n sy'n sy'n bwy sy'n mafo Donaldson trwy'n y casan ag Oscarson. Mae Oscarson yn wrsy'n gael legal. Once again for Thistle, Cheryl, the frustration 2 Sundays in a row there and looks like they're going to take points off one of the top teams and a late sucker punch cost them.
Yeah, do you know, it's a real sickener for Partick Thistle, but it just shows how far they've come in this season and they're competing right to the very last minute with the teams that are going to win the title. So, you know what, you need to see it as a positive as well that they're doing this right to the very end.
Davidson fiach the Einsuas Gabriela and Faulkner, Chinamach. Jelijk de Schoenat. Oscarson. Selena go Whelan. Tune back Sonosha. Slater. Jochen de Sue Gangi. With Koganig Geisen. Shina Tacharch. Stigen yn fynnant fygedig. Gan y games of a Priab League na ban a fine taich for Parks Motor Group, Heart City, idd chwrs y Chile gydash. Gymwlwch y league at lystig yn ystri gemich yn mygedig. Whelan, diolch toli tiwch gan osag yn ys pwch dyn fan y chwb.
Yn darn y gêm gan iesgyr i'r BBC Alaba agos yn darn y gêm ac efys bwy fawr idd Thistle yn SWPL i'r season se. A Glasgow City, cyrfaltiad Partick Thistle. Falter y sio gw Peters Hill, mae'r hwrs mi Glasgow City egydau yn ei Partick Thistle ac y dasgypa ioloch gylior i fi cleichio sio. Che a ha ioloch gylior i fi cleichio sio gychwch si Cheryl McCulloch. Cheryl, welcome, we're at Peters Hill. Lovely day for a game.
Thank you.
It's going to be tight at the top.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting game to watch, hopefully exciting game. Glasgow City obviously wanting to go and get the 3 points to get them back to the top of the table, and Partick Thistle will be looking just to compete and make it difficult for them.
Yn darn y gêm gan iesgyr i'r BBC Alaba agus yn darn y gêm ac efys bwy fawr i'r Thistle yn SWPL i'r season se. A Glasgow City, cwrffaltiaeth Partick Thistle. Falter y sio gw Peters Hill, mae'r hwrs Glasgow City egydau yn ei Partick Thistle ac y dasgip y iolwch gylior i fi cleichio sio. Che a ha iolwch gylior i fi cleichio sio, gydwch si Cheryl McCulloch. Cheryl, welcome, we're at Peters Hill, lovely day for a game.
Thank you.
It's going to be tight at the top.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting game to watch, hopefully exciting game. Glasgow City obviously wanting to go and get the 3 points to get them back to the top of the table, and Partick Thistle will be looking just to compete and make it difficult for Glasgow City today.
Now you mentioned going back to the top of the table, we can see here the way things have gone in the other games so far. Glasgow City have slipped down to third.
Yeah, it's obviously a difficult game on Thursday night against Celtic at Celtic Park. Big pitch, it would have been really draining for them. But I'm sure they'll be dusting themselves down. Leanne Ross will be having words with them prior to the game, and I'm sure they'll be up for the game and trying to get 3 points today.
How important will it be for the Partick Thistle side of things? They've also had the 3 games in the 7 days, but they've had an extra day's rest.
Yeah, the extra day will obviously be crucial to get some recovery in the legs, but there's no doubt that it's been a gruelling fixture list for both teams and the rest of the league. But Partick Thistle, they've got a good team spirit. They'll be looking to just work together and hopefully go and disrupt Glasgow City today and try and get something out of the game.
So then I'll put you on the spot. I think I know who you might say. But where do you think the points are going to go today?
Of course, I want obviously Partick Thistle. I play for them. They're my club, so I want them to go and get the points today. I think it'll be extremely difficult for them. I think Glasgow City will come out all guns blazing. Leanne Ross will have them raring to go, so I think it'll be a difficult one today. But yeah, I think hopefully Partick Thistle will take something from the game.
Wel, hi sy'n Jay Hachris as y gêm a ha sio. Clyn sy'n idrathfon y da manager y dosioch, Leanne Ross. A disappointing result during the week. What have you had to do to lift the players after that?
I don't really need to do anything to lift the players. I think they do that themselves. They've stuck together right throughout this season, and I can only commend them for that. So they're fully focused coming into the game today. But as you say, it was a disappointing result on Thursday night.
I suppose for yourself, the main thing will be it's still in your own hands.
Yeah, that's what we've said all along in terms of going for the league title. Whilst it's still in our hands, we just need to focus on ourselves. So that's exactly what we've been doing. We'll go into today's game, just looking for that 3 points that takes us into a crucial game next week.
Now, obviously, it's been a big week, 3 matches in 7 days. How much of an impact has that had on the squad?
Huge, actually. The games since the split that have come thick and fast, and they're all tough games now. So to play them Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, or Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, it takes its toll on the players. So again, I can only thank them for the efforts that they've put in and the work that they've put in to recover between the games and be ready and fully fit for the next one.
And what sort of challenge do you expect from Partick Thistle today?
I think they've had a really good season, Partick Thistle. I always say that when we play them, it's a difficult game because their team spirit is excellent. They work really hard for each other from the first to the last whistle, and I think they'll be no different today. They'll be determined to obviously finish off their season on a high as well. So it'll be a tough one for us, but we just need to be focused and go in and try and get those 3 points.
OK then, Brian, first of all, it's been a busy but also an emotional week for everyone at Partick Thistle.
Yes, listen, it's been hectic, but the girls are ready. Spoke to them there and they're all ready to go come kick off, as I said the other night, so it's one we're looking forward to. There's a lot of pressure on Glasgow City. It's one we want to go and enjoy and try and get 3 points.
Now, you've got Rachel Donaldson back today. I know you were looking to have her back through the week. Just what will she bring?
Listen, she's direct, she's quick, so she gives us that threat in behind, so we're delighted to have her back.
It has been, as you said, a difficult week, a punishing week for you guys with the top 3 teams. What have you had to do to lift the players for each game?
Listen, we've got a great bunch in there. We don't really need to do a lot to get them up for it. They were so close against Celtic. They just looked really tired against Rangers, but we've refreshed, we've regrouped. And I think City should be the more tired side. They obviously played in the Thursday night against Celtic at Parkhead, so it's one we want to go and start the game quick and get after them.
And what do you think's the difference between the likes of the Celtic result not going your way and potentially today going your way?
Listen, we were so close and it was big moments in games. We had the chance to go 2-1 in front, and we just spoke to them. When the big moments come today, we need to make sure we take them.
Brian Graham ha son sgydor ysgip egus yn y corman y yfad. Son corman sybi as i gem y fi'n ich sy'n sŵs y draft gw arniach arish Alec Henley.
Mór an tangeling sa madochas gobí corman is tøl gileor awn nach an núrdais ac yn ynys le na gemichin na straiad yn ysgyr cydjej immert y lig i dy desan sa chwn ystri gemichin magedig agos núrdela a cíneach mae Glasgow City da gemach gydagal biat y chichtel y fynig i ddasiach a tor wpad ac ydi enw has y tonsach ydi si gem sa diw yn ei Partick Thistle Derby Peters Hill agos yn orsyn y gem y gydigach y dolco Ibrox iddo na gyda hechgain ach y dosiach ffemiad na pwingin y hwg ala sio son ffain y dash gymwlwch y lig agos hysyn y garstad gyfer Leanne Ross coach achos yn ed crag môr y hort i dy skipper leis na háirich in éidir gheanú si áirich in nulik léad a stúg af cawl di Celtic éichar stún Partick Celtic sin go fullaseach id táir a thuirteas na cluiche danach ach bí luchtaich godáchas go